Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode and also welcome to a new year. Hello 2020. Don't call me Barbara Walters, but let's see what the heck this year has in store for cryptocurrency, shall we? I'll be sticking around for the long term. If anything else happens to YouTube and some shadow banning or some blatant banning of cryptocurrency focused channels, if any of that may happen, I definitely encourage you guys to check out the links that I post down below in all of my videos that show you all of the different kind of platforms that you can find my content, which I will be continuing to produce throughout the years and the maturity of this cryptocurrency space. Anyway, definitely check those out. If for whatever reason all of a sudden this channel goes dark, it is not by choice. So without further ado, let's get into today's episode. So although I definitely try and stay really positive on this channel, today might be a little bit different, but don't worry, that positivity will continue throughout this. Anyway, today I want to talk about the types of people that I personally purposely choose to avoid in this space and why. So first of all, I personally don't enjoy listening or, taking my time to read posts from people who really, the only thing that they ever seem to talk about or care about is price. Now, if you've seen a number of my past videos that talk about, my thoughts on trading versus hodling or even like just dollar cost averaging, you're probably going to know that I don't err on this side of favoring trading. Therefore, I just think there's a lot more interesting things to learn about, a lot more inspiring aspects of this whole idea of decentralized applications, decentralized money, decentralized networks that are a lot more interesting and inspiring to learn about. So for people who just talk about price, I feel like they're just scratching the surface. And in my opinion, they could be doing a lot more with their time and energy and platform for, to be really honest. If you have a platform on this space and you're just talking about price, you're kind of doing this space a disservice because there's a lot more deeper, more important things to be learning about. And that's what I choose to, talk about on this channel. So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that I choose to avoid people who only talk about price. Next up, I also, tend to turn the volume down on people who are really rigid maximalist on only one particular coin. Anyone who thinks that one coin to rule them all, one coin will absorb all of the benefits of all these other projects without any of the, fallout is also really kind of missing the point. It's definitely my philosophy that, I'm happy that there is a growing kind of blossoming ecosystem here in this cryptocurrency space where there is this amount of people who are so inspired to create something, to try and make something and find success in that, whether it's, tweaking how the economics of the coin works, organizing their network differently. I think it's really interesting and it's all something that we can learn from. And for those people who really only think one coin is worth, pursuing, I think you're missing out on a lot of different creativity, different options, different ideas. And, it's kind of what this whole open source community should be about. Again, this is my opinion. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this is my opinion in these suggestions or, describing where I'm at. Anyway, the creativity found in this space, I think, should not be snuffed out or discounted just because, some people are working for the wrong coin. I think that's a little bit closed-minded as well. Next up, I think this one's very valid for anyone, and that is the fact that I avoid people who go dark in the bear markets and they only come back up when the profits are good and the bulls have returned and everyone's hunky-dory and happy and seeing green and taking profits. I don't know. I think if you're really in it, if you're really passionate about this space, it doesn't matter, again, about the price. It matters about how it is being built to help people overcome, the limitations set by their different countries, their locations, whatever it may be. And for those people who only, start putting in the effort to create videos, to write blog posts, to have a voice in this space, if they're not doing that during the bear market and they're only, they're going quiet, they're doing something else, I don't think I just don't think there should be an on-off switch here. I think you're either passionate about this or you're not, and you're only here for the profits. If they can admit that, that's great. At least they have that honesty. I don't know that there's a lot of people who do that. But so that is my advice definitely for you all, is pay attention to who goes dark during these times and who comes back only when the getting's good. Now, this next one, these last two are probably the most controversial, but this next one I think is more of an indication of, again, people's intentions in this space. And so when I see people, whether it's on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, and they're trying to do like a crypto giveaway in exchange for comments, likes, followers, or whatever, they're trying to just buy their following. I don't know. That seems kind of scammy to me. It's like if you have something that's worth saying, if you have something that you feel is important, your growth is going to grow organically. You're not going to have to pay people to follow you. It's the same, as like paying for ads or to have your channel listed or to get more suggestions or whatever on YouTube. I don't even know how that works because I've never done that on my channel. I mean, I have 55,000 subscribers over 3 years of this channel, and I have never put a cent into advertising for this. So I don't even know really how that works, if you can do that. But I'm just saying, it's like if you have something worth saying, if you're genuine enough, if you're consistent enough, if you're passionate about it, people will recognize that. And you're also going to stand out because a lot of people go shallow. A lot of people just rely on the bots or paying for things for people to like them. And it's like, what are you doing? Are you here to actually participate in this space? Are you here to actually interact with real people who care about what you're saying? Or are you just here to get a bunch of people who just want some free stuff and they don't really care what you're saying? They just want some money. I don't know. It's a kind of a shallow thing. I'm sure there's a lot of people who have done this before. Not trying to throw shade on anyone. I just think it's an indication of something that, anyway, it's just something that I don't necessarily agree with, and I'm calling it out here. All right, this last one, I feel like you guys are probably going to not like this one. I don't care. This last one has to do with people who think like politicians are the end-all, be-all rescuer of this cryptocurrency space. A lot of people put a lot of weight into Andrew Yang and the U.S. presidency, whatever country a politician is from. I don't believe anything that's coming out of their mouth pre-election, or really any time, because they're going to say whatever they need to say to get elected. A lot of people like Andrew Yang because, he's pro-Bitcoin. He's using it to fund his campaign, and that's smart, in my opinion. I'm sure he knows that Bitcoin is, pretty familiar with the younger crowd, and he's trying to appeal to that. But, man, anytime a politician is saying anything, I mean, just change the channel or hit mute, because it's all whatever they need to say to get the job done. It really bears no weight in my mind. So people who put a lot of emphasis and passion or whatever into like politics or politicians, I'm just not going to pay too much attention to that. So anyway, those are the people who I tend to avoid in this space. I know this is kind of a negative video, but I think it's important to understand, my experience, my opinion. Well, you can think my opinion is important or not. I don't really care. This is my channel, so I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And you guys can, respond however you want in the comments. But anyway, this is what has kind of formed my opinion in this space, how I have chosen to duck, dive, dip, duck, and dodge people who, I don't think are really worth the time to pay attention to in this space. I know it's pretty negative. It's really not my style. But anyway, there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. In the meantime, I'll be coming back to you guys again soon live. Keep an eye out for my posts in the community section of this YouTube channel. That is where I will be giving you guys updates for when I'm going live, as well as on Twitter and on Instagram. Again, all of those links to the other platforms where you can find my content is found down below in the video description, as well as in the description of this channel. Like, you can go to the front page of this channel and go to the About section, and all of that can be found there as well. So again, I hope you guys had a good new year. Hope you're not too hungover. Hope you guys, chose water this time instead of champagne. Sunrise is always better than the fireworks anyway. So anyway, I'll be seeing you guys soon. Have a good one.